As the brand new Tesla Model 3 Performance is about to bless the streets, Teslas have gotten more expensive, especially the family favourite, the Tesla Model Y. Is this then a poor attempt at an April Fool's joke from Tesla? Sadly not, as it was announced in advance that in major markets around the world, including the US, Europe and China, the costs of Teslas were going to increase come Q2 of 2024. So is this nothing but bad news? Well, this price increase comes directly off the back of multiple price cuts made over 2023. So this increase is more of a reversal of a previous price cut round. But it is still factual, Teslas are becoming more expensive. It also appears that there is no cheaper time, or there was no cheaper time, to buy a Model Y than there was in Q1 of 2024. So who would have guessed that at the start of 2024? So I'll keep it real with you. It's true Teslas are getting more expensive. But here's the thing, seeing a Tesla increase by $1,000, pounds or euros, whatever, is not like seeing a Ford, Toyota, BMW or any other car increase in price by the same amount. So why is that, Adam? Well, for example, what if I told you compared to beginning of last quarter, your car could gain new features, usually costing thousands of pounds or dollars to upgrade in any other car? Intrigued? What if your Tesla gained other advantages including meaningful gains or range or charging speed through efficiency enhancements? So you could be missing two of Tesla's biggest advantages when it comes to value for money. Therefore, if you're just the average Joe comparing the spec sheets with the price, you're more than likely going to skip over these advantages. But any die-hard Tesla fan will probably know what the answer is here. I wish I knew one to tell me. Anyway, the average consumer has no idea that Tesla consistently changes parts on the car, offering hardware, but the real gem in the house, that being the power of real over-the-air updates that are received frequently enough and actually offer meaningful changes to the car. So is Teslas getting more expensive a good thing for consumers? Hell no. But are Teslas good value for money? Hell to the yes, and I'm about to tell you why buying a new Tesla is hella good value for money despite the price increase. Let's get into it. First up, I need to revisit and dedicate my first point to Tesla's software updates. Just this past week, I got hold of the brand new Matrix headlight functionality through the latest software update. My Tesla Model 3 from December 2020 just activated a feature that could cost thousands of pounds in other brands. Just this one single software update alone could be worth more than €2,000 or $1,000 increase. Remembering that I purchased this car with just a small possibility that the car would have this feature as it had the hardware capable, but there was no guarantees or promises from Tesla that it would happen. It did, however, come to fruition just this last week. My car is almost 3.5 years old, and this is the level of support that my Tesla is getting today. All Model Ys purchased today should then have the possibility of receiving the very same software update. That said though, in America, this update is pending regulatory approval as Matrix likes follow stricter regulatory requirements there than Europe and China. I have no idea why. But this isn't the end for software updates. Over these 3 years, my car's gained a multitude of features and that level of support will be embedded from day one for you. And this isn't just a 1 to 2 updates a year kind of thing. The level of updates and the quality of updates vary, but that variety of free changes that generally make your car better is unrivaled until you experience it. If you are in the North American region and you're feeling left out, well, it turns out the next best time to buy a Tesla Model Y is going to be in Q2 2024, especially anytime now. So why is that? Well, your friendly Tesla CEO just granted a 30-day free trial to Tesla Model 3 and Y owners ending on the 30th of April. And this includes the highly anticipated V12 Supervised Edition, for which has received a lot of praise for its recent improvements over previous FSD beta iterations. For this latest version, Tesla are particularly keen for all customers to trial it, as it is their latest push for the end consumer to experience what FSD can do today, with future updates planned for every other week. Its functionality is anticipated to develop rapidly from here, thanks to its recent switch from a zero-code environment to end-to-end vision AI magic. Well, something like that anyway. Elon has instructed staff to demonstrate how to activate FSD in all its glory as part of the delivery collection process. Therefore, I know as Brits and Europeans get the Matrix headlights, but I actually think we'd love to have this supervised FSD trial. So don't waste this golden opportunity. Free trials of FSD of this nature have never been given out, not alone a hands-on demonstration for those taking delivery over the coming days. This gives you the ability to really test and decide if you want to buy the whole package in full, or if you'd rather opt for the monthly subscription of $200 a month, or just not continue with the trial. Therefore, this is a time-limited $200 benefit for North American customers only. But the future potential could be worth more than $200, but that's just going to be another story for another day. Did I say don't spoil this opportunity? Anyway, has there been any hardware updates surplus to just software updates? Well, those in Europe will finally start getting hardware 4 FSD hardware. And if you're wondering what the difference is between hardware 3 and hardware 4, it's upgraded cameras and a better performing FSD computer. That said, whilst the increase in resolution of the cameras can be witnessed, the gains from their hardware 4 computer is yet to be felt, as the hardware 3 computer's capabilities are yet to be maximised. That said, the better quality cameras and the hardware 4 cameras itself are a relatively big upgrade that comes with every Model 3 and Model Y now. That couldn't be said last quarter, around Europe at least. Regardless if you ever buy FSD or subscribe in the future, you are going to benefit from the better cameras today, and it has plenty of potential for future use over the coming years. This is probably the biggest hardware change across the globe, well, more recently, but there's always new incremental changes planned behind the scenes. Green only mentioned on X that within some of the coding of a new software update, it's rumoured that the Model 3 and Y could get a new front seat heater, codenamed GMtherm, and it could get a new electric steering unit. And whilst I have no idea if this plays out, it may have already just rolled out, but that major benefit of including that new part could just be a small incremental contribution to reducing the energy consumption and thus increasing the vehicle's efficiency and then the vehicle range. What I'm trying to say here is that the Model Y and 3 will be receiving incremental hardware changes, and some will be small and some will be big, and some may not be seen to the naked eye or even noticeable. In addition to this, there also seems to be a bit of chatter around the new ultra red and stealth grey colour from the Model S, X and 3, making its way to the Model Y. Now, this has actually taken effect in some markets. It does vary though depending where you are. For example, here in the UK, we actually have just gained Quicksilver as an option, as well as Midnight Cherry Red. Traditionally, that only came from Tesla Germany. So are we expecting some made in Germany Model Ys? That could well be true here in the UK. So it's constantly evolving. There is no better time to buy than today, because prices could well increase again. And the additional hardware is either unknown or just speculation, as most of the additions or removals just aren't known even until after delivery on some occasions. So is there anything else you should know about the Tesla price increases? Yes, on one hand, Tesla has increased prices around the globe, including Europe and China. But in addition to that price increase, a new 0% finance initiative has been announced for China. So whilst the car is now more expensive to buy in cash terms, if you're financing the car, it may have actually become cheaper through lower interest payments. And this hasn't been announced for other markets, but was announced just a few days into Q2. Therefore, could we be about to see some similar financial initiatives elsewhere? Well, it's entirely possible as we get deeper into the quarter, similar finance deals will be introduced into different markets. That said, us Brits see the same finance initiatives of low 1.8% interest rates and expansion of the £399 per month leasing deal, but this time it's available for 36 months rather than just 24 months. Last quarter. There's also an option to move it to a 48-month lease at a price of £407 per month. So it seems whilst price tags are increasing for cash buyers, the finance deals seem to be changing with the wind at Tesla. So if you're in the market for a new Tesla, keep checking, as Tesla can make changes prior to the end of a quarter to boost sales, for which you could get yourself a deal, though that's not guaranteed. So to conclude, right from the very start of the video, I told you definitively Teslas are now getting more expensive thanks to the recent price increase. But that does not necessarily mean that you are getting a worse deal. You could gain new hardware advancements, whether known or not. You are signing up for years worth of software updates though, for which adds new features to your Tesla that previously can cost hundreds to thousands of dollars for free. This isn't an exaggeration. You can literally Google Tesla software updates over the years, and I can guarantee there'll be something in there that just intrigued you. Go on, Google is free, and I want to hear your cryptic thoughts on software updates for cars. So what do you think to the recent price increase? Has that put you off purchasing a new Tesla? Existing owners, do you agree with what I've just said in today's video? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe and share it to your friends or anyone that may find the video beneficial. You folks have been great and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.